Okay, so what's up? This is your girl Indigo Queen. It is 1:17 a.m. January the 9th, 2025. Okay, so this is not about the part series dealing with the last video I posted. I'm whispering because of course I got a baby in me. But listen closely. Now, I had a dream last night, and this is the best time I could post it and talk about it and try to go into details about everything, okay? So, well, two dreams. One last night and the night before, okay? So, anyway, so, okay. The first dream I had, um, it felt like I was in my childhood. So, all I know is I was sitting in the back seat of a van, okay? And the weather was crazy. It was raining really, really bad. Where the roads, and it was cold. It had to be cold because it was like a long distance truck. Like the wind was blowing hard, like riding beside an 18 wheeler, and the wind is blowing really strong. It'll kind of push the truck a little bit, right? Now it didn't crash or anything like that, but the long distance truck was on my side. Y'all, I was actually feeling the fear of crashing like in my physical body while I slept, okay? Um, so like I said, the truck was just sliding and my mom was driving. She don't normally drive. Not now. It's always, either me or her husband. Especially in a storm. She ain't studying none of that. She ain't about to do it. So that part was weird to me. Her husband was in the passenger side. I don't know if he was asleep or what, okay? But like I said, the sky was just like clear. It was clear. There weren't no clouds. It looked as if like it was about to snow. Okay? And well, that's what it looked like to me. I call them snow clouds. Like it's real clear, like snow is about to come and stuff like that. But like I said, it was raining and the roads had got slick, and so we're riding, and I'm like, Mom, you need to get from beside this truck. Like, why you? And she was sliding too, so it was like the truck sliding towards us, and she sliding towards it. I'm like, you need to do something about this. You need to pull over or something. So she ended up speeding up, y'all. So as soon as we passed the 18 wheeler, the back of the truck swerved in our lane where we was at, right? And I was like, Mom, oh my God, you see that? She was like, uh-huh. I was like, oh my God, you moved in such great timing. Like that, we could have been hurt bad, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, well, we gonna go ahead and pull over. So, well, not pull over, but bear off into LaGrange, North Carolina. So, if you know you're on Highway 70 going towards Goldsboro, that bear off by the car dealership is LaGrange. That LaGrange bear off to downtown. So, she bears off, but then the weather changes up once she bears off, okay? Now it's like the sky was darker, a storm was coming up, and I'm looking at the clouds, and now I'm seeing clouds, but they weren't regular clouds. Like these clouds looked at like brown dirt, okay, like just brown dirty clouds, and they were just coming together, like started swirling. And I'm like, oh, Mom, look, it's about to storm, it's about to storm. So this when I say I felt like that kid again because the inside of the van changed and it turned into the van that she had when she first opened up her child care center in the home. And I was in the back of that van, okay, and it had two rows in the back. I was in the back, okay, and I'm trying to look through the window, but it was like something pushed a sun visor net over the window so I couldn't see it. But I was like, oh, I want to see this because in reality, I love watching stuff like that. I love watching a storm. Like if it storms, my door is open. Okay, if it ain't too bad where it could be dangerous, My door's open. I'm watching it rain. I'm watching the wind blow. I'm watching the water slide through the road. Everything. Okay. So I was excited because I've never seen a tornado form before. So this tornado, and it was just twisting and turning. It was, oh my God, it was scary but exciting at the same time. And my mom not saying nothing, her husband not saying. I'm like, Mom, you don't see this, you don't see this. So there is another person. It looked like a baby hand, a light skinned baby hand. I never looked to see what the baby looked like. It was in a car seat, but of course, I was in the last row, so I just saw the back of the car seat. And as I'm trying to pull the screen down, it's pushing the screen up. Okay, I'm like, I just want to see it. I just want to see it, like y'all. And something was like, tell them to pull over and they need to get low. Because it was like, it was farming over LaGrange. It was farming over LaGrange. And it won't nothing small. Like this right here would have, LaGrange small. It would have told LaGrange up once it touched down. And it like was still raining and all that type of stuff. It was just a lot. And I know they were like, well, hurricane is with rain. No, this was not a hurricane. It was a tornado, and the more dirt it collected, the worse and stronger it got, y'all. It won't raining, but it had rain. Okay, just listen. And so, while it's twisting, and it was like something else was trying to form with it, because it was like jumping in the sky, twisting, and like I don't know, like it was trying to shape into something, right? And I'm like, the more I tried to see it, like it literally felt like something was pushing me lower and lower. And it was to the point where I was so low that I was probably laying on the floor of the van. But I'm like, why won't you just pull over and get in the ditch? Why won't you just... And she just kept driving, y'all. She just kept driving like, well, nothing happening. Before the tornado, twister, whatever it was, touched down, I woke up. That was it of that dream. So this one right here, and you're about to understand why I'm telling you both of these dreams in this one video. This dream right here, I was at a family member house that I used to hang out in my childhood. Now in this dream, all the kids that grew up in this trailer park are grown, and all our kids was all at this one house, y'all, plus more. So everything was normal or whatever like that. Things kind of took a turn when I saw this little girl. I don't know who child she was. It won't one of mine, and another child that belonged to one of the family members. He's not a family member, but he's like family. So he's like a mutual friend of the family that grew up with us, and his son. And I was like, oh no, baby, we don't do that here. You gonna have to go. You gonna have to go. So I'm like, yeah, you gotta go. So as I'm telling her she has to go, right, I open up the front door, and I noticed that where the trees and stuff were, things looked at, it was different. And I heard like these huge, gigantic echoes of footsteps, right? Like it shook the ground. And I was like, wait, baby, what's this? So me and her both looking out the door and feel like, what is this? What's going on? So as I'm looking, y'all, something lit up the sky, and I see this huge giant made of grass. Okay, it was green. It was a green giant. Okay, and it was a female, and she was pushing some type of wagon, stroller, something. Okay, and she was walking to the right of us, and she walked right past the trailer we was in. But then after a while, she came back and she went right back to the left. So, I'm sorry, I got chill. I'm getting chills talking about it. So she's walked it back and forth like 3 or 4 times. And around, not the last time, but probably around the third time, she stopped because I guess she felt us looking at her. And she was about to, she stopped and we kind of just took off running, right? So we running to the left. Now this trailer turned into some type of building. Okay, so we running. So you can hear the sound effects of her walking to the left, continuing to walk to the left, and out of nowhere, something cut the lights off the left side of that building. That left side of the building went completely pitch black. So at this point, I'm like, okay, everybody round up, let's go. So everybody is running back towards the right. I'm like, come on, come on. I don't want to leave nobody behind. I don't want to leave nobody behind. And because these are kids like of different ages, from babies to teenagers, okay? And I'm just pushing everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm starting to hear some of the kids screaming. So it's like, it's so pitch black, you can't really do nothing. So I'm trying to grab everybody that I can as we get up out of there. So I'm like, where my babies at? Where my babies at? I saw my twins. I saw my youngest girl, the oldest girl, and the oldest boy. So once I saw them, I made sure the last kid that I saw running, by the time we got to the middle of the building where the light was still on, once I got there, I was like, okay, so we running. So then there's this girl, she stood and stopped right in front of the door. And I'm like, why you stop? When I looked to see what she was looking at, the woman has this giant, is like she's standing sideways, but she's looking right at the girl, and the girl is looking right at her. And I'm like, why? Run. So I'm like, run. So I'm trying to grab her. So before I could actually grab a hold of her arm, that giant like slammed her fist into the door, and everything was just like crashing down that one little area. And she grabbed the girl, and the girl arms flew out as if she was being crucified to the cross, y'all. And I was like, oh my God. She started screaming, and the woman snatched her back up. And so I'm like, maybe I can grab a leg or something. So I run towards her to try to grab a leg, but I mean, it was just so fast, and this thing was so big. I wasn't even strong enough. And I watched this giant put that girl in her mouth and 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 eat her. Okay, I watched her consume her as if she was food. And it freaked me out because I'm like, oh my God, she saw me, she's about to get me. So instead of her, she looked back at me as she chewed her, y'all. And so she didn't try to get me. She just turned her face back towards in the direction where she was about to start walking. But she didn't move. It's as if she wanted me to see something. So I'm watching everything about her, and I'm noticing that she's not just the color green. It's like she's land. Okay? Like her body was made of land. Like she was nature. Okay? To me, she was Mother Nature. Okay? And I'm watching the blood from the girl that she swallowed pour out some holes on the side of her cheek, y'all. And it was like some rows where the blood can flow down into whatever destination it was supposed to go to. So once I seen the blood flow, and I no longer heard that baby girl screaming inside her mouth, she walked off like ain't nothing happened. But once again, it was like she was pushing something, okay? And then out of nowhere, all the lights cut back on. And then it was like all over the sky, an echo of voice was like, okay, how what was the word? It was like balance has been restored. That's like over an intercom in the sky, not in a building, but in the sky, like this voice, this male voice in the sky, and it's like a human voice, not nothing crazy, nothing like that, but it was like a regular human voice in the sky. I was like, okay, balance has been restored. And once that happened, she disappeared. The trees and stuff that she walked on was still laying down, and all the lights and stuff popped back on, y'all. So, with that being said, I normally don't watch the news and stuff like that. And whatever is going on between the West Coast and the East Coast, it has something to do with it, y'all. And I don't know if the tornado, twister, hurricane, whatever you want to call it, that I dreamed of, I don't know if it's a spiritual storm coming or a physical storm. It could be both for some people. I'm not for sure. And it could be either or for some people. But, y'all, all I'm getting is that's the reason why Spirit led to me to call it 2025 knockdown season. Okay, people are going to die from world disasters, storms, accidents, road accidents, and just, I mean, I'm getting spiritual deaths too. A lot of people gonna be lost. It might not be too many, cause like I said, in the dream I heard a few people screaming, but I only seen one that was actually killed in that dream. Like I actually seen it, okay? And whatever it is that's going on is to restore some type of balance. And it's a spiritual balance, y'all. So before I started this recording, I was also getting that, like I said, she was Mother Nature. And I mean, if you think about how she looked and her appearance, that's who she was. And if you think about Mother Nature, she's old. So she could have been walking, because she was leaning a little bit. So, like I said, she could have been walking with a walker. I don't know. Okay? But whatever it is, she's not only Mother Nature, but she's karma. And the only thing I could think about was the Moana show. Because that's the only thing that made sense to me. Like, you know how Tafiti, when her heart got taken, she turned into the lava monster, which was the consequences of her heart being taken away from her, right? The good, nurturing side of her was snatched away from her. And she became the lava monster and destroyed anybody that tried to come close. And it took that one person to save the world. Okay? So, whatever it is, it restored balance. So, all this stuff that's going on worldwide is not going to last. It's not going to last. But people will be lost. People will be hurt. There will be spiritual deaths. It's a lot. It's too much that's gonna be going on, and like it's just starting. Yeah, like balance is about to be restored, physically and spiritually, which is why the West Coast is burning up, and we freezing on this side, on the East Coast. So yeah, ooh, yeah, that's all I got for tonight. I don't even want to speak no more on that one because there's more stuff to it. But I know there's a time and place for everything. So that's it. About to be out. It is 1:37 a.m. in the morning. I will holler at y'all later. Good night. Be blessed. And, well, good morning. Have a nice day whenever you get the message.